Welcome to the Sailor Noob podcast, where a superfan and a noob talk about original Sailor Moon, episode by episode. I'm your host, Mikan Hana, joined by my co-host.
I'm Caliban, and I know that it's Hideaki Anno that is the creator of Evangelion Neon. I don't know the name of the show, but
Yeah, you do.
I got that wrong last week. But it sounds like Anno Kano.
It does.
There's one letter
rhymes.
off. K Caliban, Illuminati confirmed.
We're a couple of magical people ready to moon prison power make up this episode.
We're going to moon people? That's the first thing I heard.
Not on purpose. Sailor Noob is a part of the Just Enough Trope Network. So, welcome to episode 2. Whew, feels good. What are we talking about?
The secret Too Hot for TV episode.
Right? So I guess before we get into what we're talking about today, you had asked me previously what Naoko Takeuchi did before Sailor Moon. And
is this the editorial ombudswoman corrections segment?
Yes, let's call it that.
Where we begin every show apologizing for the mistakes of the previous show.
Right. So before becoming a manga artist, I just think this was interesting. She actually worked at a shrine for a while.
I think I had read that somewhere.
That's pretty interesting.
Now, is that like being an altar boy here?
That's a good question.
Well, I'm just saying that in you've got priests.
Right.
They're the most important part of the religious experience.
Right.
But you need somebody to pass the offering plate around.
Yes.
Or to put out more incense sticks.
Well,
and so is this like a thing that you do? Because altar boys don't get paid.
Good point.
Did she get paid, or can you apply, for the altar girl job?
Well, she was a Miko. And
okay.
I'm
a Libra.
It's a shrine maiden or a supplementary priestess.
Yeah.
They were once seen as shaman, apparently.
Huh.
And it's institutionalized role. It's a daily shrine, and they're trained to perform tasks.
Okay.
From sacred cleansing to
it was
dances.
It was me putting my Judeo-Christian traditions on them. I was just assuming that it was it's a totally different kind of thing.
But I'm not sure if you get paid for it or not. I'm not.
Oh, you probably get
jury's out.
Yeah.
Okay. So she graduated from Kyoritsu University of Pharmacy, actually, at age 19.
Huh.
And she entered the manga industry by submitting to Kodansha, which is, a big publisher. And she entered her work called Love Call, which received an award.
Okay.
And then she worked steadily on just kind of one-shot stories for a while. And then she started writing this manga called Maria, which was published in Nakayoshi, which is like a monthly manga magazine. The ones that kind of look like phone books,
sure,
like an inch thick.
Yeah.
And that was in the early mid-1990s. And her first serial comic was loosely based on Daddy Longlegs. I don't know what that.
Not familiar.
Yeah, and she had a friend of hers helped her write it. Daddy Longlegs is a 1992 epistolary novel by the American writer Gene Webster. Okay, I did not know that.
Oh, it's coming into focus now.
Okay.
I have heard of that.
Okay. And then she started doing a ice skating series called The Cherry Project.
When you think about it,
yeah,
it's your limited view of what comes from Japan that is the limiting factor here,
well,
right?
You are absolutely 100% right.
Because if I told you I was reading a book about an ice skater, you'd be like, interesting. And most of our printed material here is books.
Yes.
Over there, it's a free-for-all. The percentage of manga or quote-unquote comics is a huge part of the market. So it's a baseball manga, or
right.
And then there's even like genres set up. So it's like I'm reading a book, that's I'm reading a Brad Thor book. It doesn't matter what it's about.
Right.
You know that it's a political thriller type thing. And then people who grow up and go, I want to write books like Brad Thor. It's like this set genre. So now you've got people like mangakas who are, working in the industry. It's like, well, I got to get that baseball book. That's really going to get me going.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
So, she later wanted to do a manga about outer space and girl fighters. And so
guess what?
She came up, right before Sailor Moon, she was doing this comic called Codename Sailor V.
Okay.
And she did about 3 issues of that. And then it was later serialized in another magazine called Run Run. Then Toei Animation wanted to adopt her manga. That's when she created Sailor Moon and created other Sailor Scouts. And that manga was incredibly popular, of course, and was later known as the anime, which we were talking about.
And then Sailor Noob.
Right.
The completion of the saga. Right.
Exactly right. So on today's episode, we are talking about episode number 2. It is Oshioki yo Urani House wa Youma no Yokata in Japanese, or Punishment Awaits. The House of Fortune is the Monster Mansion. That's the English translation of the Japanese, and there is no English title because it was not in the original dub.
2 things. One, do they all have titles like Panic at the Disco songs?
Yes, I think they do.
And do Japanese people get tired of saying those? And number 2, so why was it never aired on US TV?
I think that Deke just decided it was unnecessary. So like Deke, they just going.
We're gonna be talking about Deke a lot.
I know.
Talking Deke is what this thing should be called.
So
was it the content? Was it like the fortune telling or something?
Well, I don't know why it was. The North American distribution had a lot of editing, which developed into big segments and content being removed.
Yeah.
And that is a huge thing in the original dub. Thanks, Deke. And it changed, everything from, out major characteristics of a series comprising of characters' names, clothing, scenes, dialogue. I'm not sure why they decided this episode wasn't necessary. I don't think there's anything in it particularly that's bad, except maybe when
Umino does sexually assault his teacher.
Yeah, I was gonna say when Umino
we'll get to that in a little bit.
Shows her underwear. So
yeah,
maybe that's why they're like, we can skip this one.
I can't. Please hurry! I can't wait. I have to talk about it.
So without further ado, let's do a scene breakdown or a summary of the episode.
Man, I'm a little fuzzy on this one, so
That's
I'm going to need some help. But I know it does open with that, second episode after the first episode. In case you forgot, this is who I am.
Right.
Usagi. We find out that Usagi is a Cancer, and her name is Larry. Inside joke. She's blood type O, and her birthstone is Pearl, so this means that she must have been born in the last week of June to be both a Cancer and Pearl birthstone.
Right. Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe later on we'll find out more. I don't know. And blood type O, if you don't know, the Japanese just people in the Asian area are weird about that. They think that your blood type can also relate to your personality.
Just like your zodiac sign.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so apparently blood type O people, it's called Rakan Shugi, and it's thought of as they're optimistic and outgoing, but they are sometimes not detail-oriented, sort of forgetful. And they're often late.
That definitely sounds like Usagi.
But they can be incredibly resilient and flexible as well.
Sure. That also sounds like her.
I love these horoscope things because it's always just like, sometimes I'm like hungry, but like sometimes I don't eat anything. And it's just, they all can just apply to everything, but whatever. That's my own personal opinion. Yeah. So she, there's a new fortune teller in town.
Yes.
Well, she goes to school and we have a little thing and we find out that, This is her little boyfriend's chance here. Umino decides that he wants to ask out Usagi.
Yes.
And Naru's immediately like,
right.
But then she's like, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Right.
But he wants to get like some advice or, everybody, we can talk about this in the cultural segment, but like he's going to go to the fortune teller and find out like what his chances are.
Yes. And
there's a new, very popular fortune teller in town.
The House of Fortune. Yeah.
And so people are heading there. Across the street from the House of Fortune is the old guy.
Yes.
He is an old guy, and he's from some city or some place that I don't recognize. But anyway, he's like your typical, like, long beard. He's got the I Ching sticks and everything. He's going to do the whole thing for you. And Usagi goes to visit him. On her way she goes to the arcade because she wants to catch a glimpse of Motoki.
Yes.
Who is this blonde? Okay, Japan. I guess Usagi's blonde.
Right.
Guy who works at the arcade and that Usagi is smitten with.
Yes.
And so she goes to the arcade, and the new Sailor V game is out,
yes,
which we heard about last episode. Yeah. And so she goes to play it. Well, she goes to the fortune teller, and he says, "You're going to meet a man today."
Wait, there's a guy who's interested in you.
No, that's what it is. Yeah, a guy who's interested in you. And so she takes this as a sign, and she goes to the video game place. Yes. And plays meets Motoki, and they start playing the Sailor V video game, and he helps her figure out the game. And I loved that she was just playing it, and he helped her, but I mean, he works at the place. But it was just like, it wasn't like a girl's playing a video game. It was just like two teenage Japanese kids are playing a video game. Yes. And it was just totally something that they would both be interested in doing. But the big event was that, like, he paid for it because he puts his quarter in. Or whatever they have for money. Right.
His yen
and
or
she's
what
like,
have
no,
you.
I'll do it. And he's like, oh, it's on me. Don't worry about it. It's like, dude, if you were really hooked up, you'd have a Switch. You work there. Come on. You can't just get free games.
Right.
But anyway, so this all goes fine. Although Luna shows up and is like,
yes.
What are you doing? We got evil jewel people to kill.
Right.
And so she attacks Usagi and basically breaks the date up. And Usagi's really mad about this. And she's going to go back and find the fortune teller who's gone. He's not there anymore.
Right.
And so she decides that she's going to do a little fortune telling of her own. And she's going to make a bet with herself. She flips her shoe. And if it lands heads up, she's going to go to the House of Fortune. And head down, she's going to go home or go somewhere else. And so she kicks her shoe up in the air. And it flies across the street and lands on the smug guy's head
Mamoru.
that she met last episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he calls her dumpling head again.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go well. And we hear that tango-y music kind of play.
Yeah, we do.
It's weird. But anyway. So then we go back to school. Oh no! And then we see in another scene that Umino goes to the House of Fortune, and there is a slinky, dark-haired woman there who I'm starting to figure. I think a lot of the bad guys are going to look like this. She does a tarot reading for him.
Yes, and
which I'm not sure if the Japanese is that a thing in Japan like it is here. Is that just, or is there a homogenized fortune telling shtick?
I kind of feel like it's more like that. I didn't see a lot of like tarot cards when I was in Japan, but I kind of feel like it's a fortune telling shtick.
I just feel like in an American movie, it's Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He goes to the lady in the turban with the crystal ball, the Alamo in the basement,
right?
And in Japan, it's more like the guy in the robe that we saw with the little desk and everything,
right?
But yeah, so she does this reading for him, and it basically, like, the cards start floating and glowing or whatever, and it's clear that Umino, amongst other male students, is possessed. And
I should mention this bad guy's name is Balm, Balm.
Balm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
Balm and Gilead is a play. I don't know.
It's a little too Jewish. It's a little too religious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. I did notice that the card that she gives him, I think, is like the devil. It's the major arcana.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Did their homework.
Right.
And it's also about energy. So these cards are draining the kids' energy somehow.
Yeah. Exactly.
So we go to school the next day, and he's a totally different guy. He did a total Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
He's coming out, finger guns. He's just eating.
I know.
Why is he eating?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you and me, we're going on a date. And she's like, oh, I don't know. And then Miss Haruno, their teacher, shows up, and she's like, what are you guys doing? You got to get out of here, get to class. And he's like, don't worry about it, babe. And I mean, it seems like he smacks her in the butt, but I guess he flips her skirt up.
He flips her skirt up.
And everybody sees her happy face underwear. I don't see a problem with that, but she is
embarrassed.
Mortified.
Yeah.
And now we'll never get a husband.
Right.
According to her.
Yeah.
I should mention at some point we cut again to the mysterious place where Beryl and Jadeite are. Mm-hmm. And she speaks about a legendary silver crystal that they're trying to get or they need to find or something.
Yes.
And I don't know what's going on with that.
That will come back.
I should note that they are gem-based names. Beryl is a type of gemstone or a type of mineral that comprises many different gemstones based on like their color, or different properties. And then Jadeite is... there's like jade and jadeite, and they're similar. Jadeite is like a more precious form. If you get a jade thing from the local curio shop, that's jade, but it's like it's not expensive.
Fine
it's
gem.
Not worth anything. Yeah.
Okay.
And jadeite is the more precious, expensive kind.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, these we have the confrontation with Miss Runa, then we go to class, and she's trying to teach class, and he's reading a manga and laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
And that's bad news. And then we start to see like other kids are getting in on it. So like she's going to go yell at Umino and another kid trips her. And this is just assault at this point.
Really, it is.
But yeah, just get out of there. This is a problem. And then it escalates. At some point, the principal or somebody is like opening a window and kids are throwing rocks at the window. And basically like Baum has MAGA'd these kids.
Yeah.
He's turned these kids into like incels. A pack of kids. Where are the tiki torches? These guys are bad news. They've got real bad attitudes too.
Oh yeah, they do.
So that's not good.
No, it's not.
I think I've got the events of the episode sort of turned around, but at some point, Usagi has to show up at the House of Fortune.
I think Naru mentions that Umino went there, and then Usagi and Luna are talking, and we're like, we should go check that out.
Nice work.
Great.
Good job, Luna.
Yeah.
Gave up pretty quick on trying to get Usagi to do what she's supposed to do. Oh, I should mention that Usagi runs into her dad.
Yes.
At the supermarket.
Yeah, I like coming home from the supermarket.
And they talk a little bit. Yeah. And so anyway, she goes and Baum turns out to be, surprise, surprise, another monster with like hair claws.
Yeah.
Like
she kind of looked Medusa-y.
Yeah. She's got like prehensile hair and it makes the ends of it into like claws that like dig into the ground at one point.
Yeah. That was pretty scary.
Yeah. And then Usagi dispatches her in the same way with the old tiara throw.
Yes.
And that's the end. Usagi's trips and falls. We all laugh.
Well, yeah. And Tuxedo Mask does show up to help, but he doesn't really do a whole lot.
He does even less than he did the last time.
I know.
He's just like, you can do it. Bye.
Bye. Peace out.
Yeah. Thanks. How would you describe Just Enough Trope? We are the Just Enough Trope podcast. I'm your host, Caliban, joined as always by my co-host.
Hi, I'm Mikan Hana.
Oh no, does this mean they can hear all the things I yell at the TV during Downton Abbey?
Why did you do that?
How do you plead?
Let the game begin. Yeah, check these fresh moves. Oh!
Don't shoot man in face.
This isn't the Save Gotham fundraiser.
It's the Chill Family Reunion.
Master Yoda assigned a Padawan to this bold Jedi.
I think it's pronounced Padawan.
Oh, Padawan, excuse me.
Hey, it's getting late. I think Ralph's going to want his motorcycle back.
Go jerk off the pictures of Jean Grey.
I am freaking getting old.
Yeah, I noticed the life clock was blinking in your hand.
Get out of here, Wilson. Go fight the Teen Titans or something.
I'm unkillable, not unwoundable.
You like Sailor Moon, right? Why don't you sail on his
Oh, wow.
Just Enough Trope. News, reviews, and geek fondue. Every Monday on the Just Enough Trope podcast network.
Loving me never have a say you so sorry.
What?
All right, so let's go to our first segment, Kyoro Miru, which is curiously looking around, and Japanese culture within this episode. So I thought we could talk a little bit about the fortune telling.
Sure.
It is, in Japanese, it's called omikuji, and they're fortune telling papers that you receive usually at a temple or a shrine in Japan, typically.
Is this like, do you remember this? Convenience stores in the old days, and I mean like the old days. Nobody listening to this was alive, but I think I was. They had horoscopes, and the horoscopes would be these little rolled up pieces of paper.
Oh, wow.
So right next to the Virginia Slims, like on the counter, they'd have this year. Well, I guess it's not a year. I guess it'd be
monthly or something.
I think they come out every month, and there'd be like 12 holes in the box, and they're all different colors. And so you get your little baby blue scroll for Libra.
Sure.
And I don't know, because my family thought that was devil worship, so I never touched or looked at one of them. But I assume you'd open it up and it'd be like, here's your lucky number. Don't buy any green bananas or whatever the fortune is.
Okay.
Is it like that?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, look it up.
So yeah, and in this episode, obviously it's the fortune teller and he's on the street, but basically there is a kanji for the omikuji. There's a kanji within that word that means lottery, and it actually literally means sacred lot. And you typically like shake a small box, and there's any number. I can't remember how many sticks are actually in there. But there's quite a few sticks that are in there, and you get one, and it has usually a number or a kanji written on it.
This isn't the I Ching thing?
It is. It's very similar to the I Ching thing.
Right. This is more frivolous.
But so then you get a piece of paper. Traditionally, it would have been from a priest or a miko, but nowadays, when you go to a shrine, it's often like correlated in different drawers. So you just get like your piece of paper.
I'm trying to think of like an equivalent. Again, I don't want to put my like Judeo-Christian sort of values on this, but this is something that's in a kid's cartoon. So this is something that like any kid would go, oh yeah, we did that on Saturday. Like they would just know this.
Right.
I'm trying to think of like what the equivalent would be if you... if that American Sailor Moon show ever got off the ground, which we're not talking about yet. We gotta save that for later. That's a double Patreon thing.
Right.
But I just like going to church or something like that, or maybe looking at your horoscope in the paper or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, I think your thing you mentioned.
What's the Full House plot that is the equivalent of this?
Right. Exactly.
It's the Pee Wee Herman thing. Probably.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
You can get a fortune anything. For the best one is a great blessing, and the worst one is a great curse.
Oh, great! Give me my money back.
Yeah. So basically, if you get a so-so fortune or a bad fortune, you're supposed to tie it to traditionally a pine tree, but now it could be like there'll be like something set up. Like a wire or like some bamboo where you tie it. I don't know if you've seen like pictures at shrines of like pieces of paper like tied to things. That's what these are.
Okay.
And there was a pun back in the days for pine, which is said matsu, and wait, also matsu. So the idea being that your bad luck would wait around the pine tree and not follow the person.
Japanese people love wordplay.
Yeah.
They love puns.
They do.
It's weird.
They really do.
Yeah.
And if you get a good fortune, you're supposed to keep it close to your person. So like in your pocket or your purse or
because
something
that
like that.
word means pocket.
Right.
All right.
So, yeah.
So they kept them in their pockets.
Yes.
Their little tarot cards.
You're right.
But that was bad news.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Okay.
but that was bad. And then our next segment is Itadakimasu with Usagi. What did Usagi eat in this episode? She didn't actually eat anything this episode, but she ran into her dad who had groceries and there were leeks sticking out of his bag.
Well, that's just...
I know.
That's just shorthand for
I know.
groceries.
And
then some French bread. And
right.
Yeah.
And then Umino eats some bread when he's acting out.
Yeah.
But that's...
I was wondering what that... So that we could dig into that. Is there just like a... Could that be like an eclair or something like that? Is there like a snack you can think of in Japan that you'd just be like walking down the hallway like, yeah, I'm eating this piece of bread.
I think it's just a piece of bread. Like...
It's just... It's okay. Well, here's what we know. Sexually aggressive. Property damage.
Yes.
Demi-baguettes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You can get like personalized pieces of bread. Like they have different kinds of like of
your
bread.
name on it or something?
No, I mean like personalized,
Make
like
it
a
out to
personally
Calaban.
panned pizza. Like, you know, it's individual to you. You know, it's like a smaller piece of bread.
Man.
It's not a baguette.
Okay.
Like one popular one is a melon bread. So it's supposedly
Elvish word for friend.
Well, it's supposedly melon flavored.
Oh. Okay.
But then they have like savory bread and stuff like that too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. So next is our segment, My Heart is a Kaleidoscope. When we talk about fashion, I thought we would talk about Umino's ensemble,
Yeah.
which is really
It's like a
out
three-piece
there.
suit.
Yeah, it's like a powder blue suit
Yeah.
with a pink button-up shirt and a brown vest and a blue tie.
Yeah. Is that supposed to... Because I didn't think he looked terrible. In the
No.
world of this cartoon,
Right.
and I guess, you know, you have to wear you can't just wear a tuxedo to school. You have to wear your uniform. So
You're
it's
supposed to
not
wear your
okay
uniform.
for that.
Yeah.
But I kind of wondered if these like were duds that he had in his closet, or part of being evil is you got to sink $300 at the Men's Warehouse. Like, I didn't know how this works, but
That's a really good
I
question.
thought he looked all right.
And I think it's interesting. He's the only one out of the boys who got their tarot read that are bad now, who is wearing like street clothes. Like the rest of them are all wearing their uniforms.
I don't know if that makes him the leader. I mean, he is
I
in
think he
front
kinda
when they
is
do
the
the
ringleader.
Thriller dance, but
Yes.
also maybe he's the only one who's in love. So maybe part of his worst impulses opening up is him like, I'm gonna go get this girl and I gotta look good to do it. I bet he was definitely wearing Drakkar Noir like in that hallway.
Well, and I suppose his card was the devil, so he's supposed to be the leader of these guys.
Oh,
anyways.
he's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
guys
man
are
of
all
wealth and
minor
taste.
arcana, and
Yeah.
I'm my major arcana.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So our next segment is Villain Gauge, rating a baddie 1 to 5 dark stars, 5 being the most wicked. So in this episode we had Balm. I don't think she's particularly scary. I mean, her hair thing, that's really scary. And she turns green and looks like a snake.
Yeah, they all get real desiccated and sort of wrinkly when they go bad. I didn't love her. I thought that she was a little better than Gordo or whatever
Morga,
whatever the other one was in the first episode.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like wasted potential. Like what else can she do with these cards?
Right.
You know, she can possess people, but can she throw them? I guess she does throw them at one point.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good move. Then only gets used once. Plus, once you throw them, do
they
you
get
have power
returned
anymore?
to
Does the
you?
wall turn evil or something like that?
That's a good
lot of
question.
unexplored things.
Yeah.
Not her fault so much as the show's fault, I think. The hair trick was pretty good, though, although I feel bad for her hairdresser. She'd be on danger money. I'm going to give her 2 dark stars out of 5.
I actually agree with you. I'm giving her 2 dark stars out of 5 as well. I actually think Morga was scarier. So,
yeah, that head thing was
pretty
strong.
Yeah.
Now
right?
I already regret giving her 1, but can't go back.
Can't go back. It's all good. So then I thought we would wrap up and give our rating for the episode.
Okay.
So, I think we agreed last time it was 1 out of 5 roses. Roses, 5 being the best.
That's right.
I'm gonna give this one a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as strong as the first episode. We do get to learn a little bit more about our characters, but I don't feel like a whole lot more is revealed.
Yeah. Well, this is the first time that you've seen this, and you're giving it a 2, so that should really tell me, I guess, where this falls. But I'm somewhat kinder. I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5 thrown roses, because I feel like, we're learning things about Umino in this case.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure that we're gonna get to have moments like this with him later on. Could be wrong. I don't know, but it's nice to see that. Plus, it's horrible. This is, if these were real people, you should be in jail. But him like flipping the teacher's skirt was,
I
was
know.
kind of bold.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. And I liked the Sailor V video game. I liked how this
I did like that a lot.
Meet Cute took place. Not in like a pachinko parlor or something like that. It was just like in a straight up arcade.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool too. So I give it a 3 out of 5.
All right. Sounds good. I thought now time to give us our English titles for the episode.
Oh boy, okay.
I came up with something. I don't know if it's very strong. It is Fortune Breaking, Love Awaits.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say I'm going to do one of those interjection ones, you
Sure.
know, where it's like, look out, Usagi. Bread demons want to flip your skirt.
I think that's pretty good.
Speaking of skirt flipping, before we go,
Yeah.
where do you think this series falls, without any spoilers for the noob in the room, the sailor noob,
Yeah.
on the progressiveness scale? Do you know what I mean?
Ooh.
Here's an example. Here's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. You know, it's something that we've struggled, Western and Eastern society has struggled with in the 20th century. It's like a sliding scale depending on, I guess, what type of entertainment you're watching. But if you watch something like Dragon Ball, a
Sure.
show for children, there are a lot of panties and a lot of nose blood.
Yeah.
And so I don't expect that from this, but, you know, 2 episodes in and we got some panties.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm just kind of wondering, like, what can we expect on the progressiveness meter?
What do you mean by being like progressive? Like being progressive as an anime or storytelling?
I'll tell you what, let's just put it down as something to look forward to and refer back to in the future.
Okay. All right.
I'll switch it up for a question you can answer.
All right. Sounds good.
Is it always going to be so formulaic? I think my rating went down a little bit because this episode was kind of like the first episode. And I know that the show is young,
Yeah.
and will have many sort of personas to go through and introduce new characters and stuff. But right now it's fairly basic.
Yes and no. I one of the criticisms it has gotten from critics is that it is a little formulaic. But I do think that there are a lot of really great episodes out there where, you know, we A, are meeting a new character, or B, there is a lot of really complicated stuff going on. So it's not formulaic.
Sure.
So I think that it's kind of a sprinkling of both.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Sure. This show was on like weekly or?
Yes.
Okay. That might affect like how the story plays out as well, because I think at some points Dragon Ball was on like daily.
Okay.
So that's why you get some of those. Nothing's gonna happen during this episode. People just staring at each other,
Right.
screaming.
I can verify that on our next episode, but I believe it was
One to grow. That's the one to grow
weekly.
on. The
Right.
one to glow on.
Ooh, I like that.
All right.
Very nice. Next episode, we are talking about episode number 3. Nazo Nemu. Okay, hold on.
Oh, we got
This
it.
is a long word here. Nazo no Nemuri bio Mamore Otomo no Koisuru Kokoro in Japanese, or The Mysterious Sleeping Sickness, Protect the Girls in Love is the English translation. And the English title is Talk Radio. You gotta love it, right? So complicated and complex in Japanese.
Sailor Moon's most nefarious nemesis,
Talk Radio.
Eric Bogosian.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I totally thought of. But I don't think it's a reference to that
Bunny,
at all.
Bunny, come on. All right. I can't wait for that.
Yes. So that's it for our show this week. Until next time, in the name of the moon, we'll be punishing you next week with another episode of Sailor Noob.
Cancer. And my name's Usagi.